So the holiday season's finally over. You might have gotten yourself a brand new electric guitar and you're trying to figure out how to practice in all hours of the day without your loved ones going deaf. So we're here to answer that question for you. Stick around. How's it going, you guys? My name is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. Find us online at alamomusic.com. Now, the question of can you play guitar through headphones might come as somewhat of a basic topic to some of you guys, especially if you're longtime viewers. You've probably been playing electric guitar through your Line 6 Spider 3 with headphones for many, many years. But as it turns out, this is an extremely common question, both online and forums on Google and everything, and also in the store, because a ton of parents have bought their kids guitars during the holiday season. A lot of people are just, stuck at home more often recently and trying to pick up an instrument. They want to play some rock and roll, and they are trying to not disturb their neighbors or their family members. So a lot of people just ask, how do I get this sound to come through headphones? And so just I go deaf. And there are a lot of options for that. Unfortunately, kind of the most basic thing that a lot of people think is you can probably just plug some headphones into an actual guitar, and that's probably not going to work out for you. You're also wondering why I'm holding this Yamaha silent guitar, and that is because this is probably one of the only guitars out there that you can actually do that on. So this guitar does come with a headphone jack in this kind of preamp area there, but if you're playing Fender Strat or any other electric guitar, it's probably not going to work out for you, as you've seen. A lot of people get, nice studio monitors, or they just have their regular iPhone headphones, and that has a 3.5 millimeter jack on it, and that's the smaller one. And this guitar, some amps, they do have a headphone jack for that size, but probably the most important kind of accessory that you can buy to start your journey of headphone rocking would be an adapter. So something like this. This is one that we carry here in the store, but there's a lot of brands that make these. This goes from a 3.5 millimeter jack to a 1/4 inch. And if you've seen on an amplifier where it says headphones, maybe on an interface, a lot of times they're going to be a 1/4 inch jack. So this is probably pretty important to get, because a lot of times you're going to need it. And like I said, we carry certain kind of headphones in the store. A lot of them come with maybe keyboard starter packs, like a keyboard already has a headphone jack on it a lot of times. But something like this is going to give you a little better sound quality than your run-of-the-mill iPhone or just kind of very cheap headphones. So that's going to be important as well. But when it comes to amplifiers, maybe you got one, maybe you already had one, and you're trying to figure out how to work that whole situation out with some headphones. A lot of tube amps are probably not going to have a headphone jack, and that all kind of comes down to the type of power output that it's got, the type of amplifiers that are in there to create the sound and amplify the sound. And a tube amp is probably putting out way too much power that if you were to just plug headphones straight into it, it'd be way too much for something like that. So you're going to see headphone jacks a lot on solid-state amps. And we did some videos recently for the holiday season. Like if you were to have purchased the Yamaha electric guitar pack or the Squier electric guitar pack, those very small solid state amps, typically 2-channel, you got clean overdrive, and then you got yourself a headphone jack to where you can kind of just be good to go. So if that's your situation, if you've already got yourself a little solid state amp that you're practicing with, you're probably going to have a headphone jack on there, and you're kind of good to go. So just get yourself an adapter if you need it and plug your headphones straight in there, plug your guitar in and crank it up, and you'll be rocking and rolling without your mom going deaf. But a lot of times there are kind of aftermarket products as well. I know that Vox makes a wireless system that you can plug into your 1/4 inch jack on a guitar and hook up some Bluetooth headphones to that. Or just plug in headphones a lot of times with those. I know that Boss makes a Wazacraft headphone wireless system. And, if you're a fan of Boss, you know that the Wazacraft stuff is super well built. So you can get one of those wireless systems, be walking around and jamming all around the house for only your ears. But Boss also makes the Katana line of amps, which we did a video on as well. So something like this you can pick up for pretty inexpensive, and it's going to have a lot of practicing benefits besides just having a headphone jack. So the Katana line are great, very high quality modeling amps. You got some awesome like gain, different stages of gain on here. The bigger ones have a lot of built-in Boss effects, some EQing, and also, of course, you got a headphone jack in the back. So really good practice amp. A lot of these headphone capable amps are going to be stuff that's geared towards people that are already practicing. You're not going to get a lot of show-ready, big, massive half-stack amps that also have a headphone jack. However, there are some aftermarket products that you can plug into your tube amp. I think Weber makes one. There's a few other brands that make these that act as attenuators for a tube amp. So if you've seen like the Tone Master line from Fender, they are modeled after their classic tube amps, but they have attenuators in the back. And what that does is it allows you to turn your power down, your wattage, on the back of the amplifier, so you can get those great breakup tones and really crank up that amp without just going full 100 watt, blow your ears off. So there are aftermarket attenuators that you can plug into an amplifier and get that crazy tube tone and be able to attenuate your power down. But a lot of these come with a headphone jack as well. So that kind of gives you the kind of amplifier within that box that will make the power more palatable for your run-of-the-mill headphones and allow you to get your tube tone in the process, get some better breakup without having to crank it all the way and plug headphones in. So there's a few different ways. One thing that I will also add in there in the vein of the Boss Katana is for your practicing, you can get something like this. And this is an ME80 from Boss. This is a multi-effects processor. So if you're looking for pretty much every effect in the book, this thing's got everything from all kinds of modulation effects, time-based effects like delay and echo, overdrive, distortion, compression. Everything you can think of is in this box with an expression pedal. It's got all kinds of banks that you can save your presets. But a lot of times a multi-effects processor such as this one and a lot of different great ones out there will have a headphone jack as well. So you can be running just your guitar straight into here and kind of pair those levels of practicing with each other. So you're learning how to play this guitar, but you're also exploring a lot of effects. And again, not everybody in the house needs to hear your delay, phaser, flanger, overdrive, and your Boss Metal Zone all going at the same exact time. However awesome that may sound. So there's a lot of different ways to get headphones just to give you your signal. There's a lot of ways to practice. If you haven't seen our video about our top 10 practicing tips, we'll link it up there, because now it's time, after you got your new electric guitar, to really dig into that thing, learn some songs, and not disturb your loved ones in the process. I hope this was helpful. If you're the type of person that's been looking this question up, and a lot of people have been roasting you online, it's a very honest question. It's a good question because, you know, a lot of times we just need a refresher on a lot of the basics when you're getting started. So I hope this helped. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers as fast as we can, so that'd be great for you to help us out on that front. If you want to learn more about any of this stuff that I've shown you here, the adapter, the Boss Katana, this awesome multi-effects processor, or even the very cool Yamaha silent guitar, check out our website, alamomusic.com, to learn more, and we'll see you next time.